What happened to Dan Broderick's money?
Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a gripping story of money, power, and a tragic ending. We're talking about Dan Broderick's money and what happened to it following the notorious events that occurred in his life. As you may know, Dan Broderick was a successful malpractice attorney, and his wealth was a significant point of contention in his personal life. So, let's get into it.
Who was Dan Broderick?
Dan Broderick was a prominent lawyer, known for his work in medical malpractice. He earned a substantial income, making him one of the wealthiest men in San Diego. Dan's wealth was significant not only for his lifestyle but also in the series of events that unfolded in his personal life.
Dan's divorce and the division of assets.
In the late 1980s, Dan Broderick and his wife, Betty, underwent a very messy and public divorce. A focal point of their dispute was the division of Dan's wealth. Dan's money was initially divided as part of the divorce settlement. Betty received a sizable portion, which included a monthly alimony, but she wasn't satisfied, often claiming that Dan was hiding assets.
The tragic end.
In a shocking turn of events, Betty ended up murdering Dan and his new wife, Linda Kolkina, in 1989. This tragic incident significantly changed the course of what would happen to Dan Broderick's money.
After Dan's death.
After Dan's death, the rest of his assets went into his estate. As his children were his heirs, they would typically inherit his remaining wealth. However, given the circumstances of his death, there may have been legal complications in terms of how the assets were distributed. Since then, it has been difficult to track exactly what happened to all of Dan Broderick's money. Legal battles and confidentiality agreements have obscured some of the details. Furthermore, the money may have been spent, invested, or donated over the years, complicating its traceability. In conclusion, Dan Broderick's wealth was a significant aspect of his life and even after his death. It went from being a point of conflict in a turbulent divorce to being part of a tragic narrative following his murder. After his death, his assets became part of his estate, likely inherited by his children, although the specifics may vary due to the complex legal situation. This story serves as a stark reminder of the complexities and impacts of wealth in personal relationships. It's been a journey exploring this topic with you, and we hope you found it as intriguing as we did. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.